He woke. Cold floor. Darkness, where was he? Memory returned in fragments. The riots, the sirens. Then, nothing. He stood, head throbbing. A dim light flickered, revealing a metal room, bare, desolate. He stumbled out, fear gripping his heart. The corridor was empty, lit by a pulsating blue glow emanating from strange symbols etched on the walls. What had happened to the world he knew? He remembered whispers of a new world order, of technological advancements beyond imagination. Now he saw only decay. The air was heavy with the stench of rot and something metallic. He coughed, covering his mouth. He had to get out, find someone, anyone, but a primal fear kept him rooted to the spot. What awaited him in this strange new reality? He emerged into a vast chamber, his breath catching in his throat. Towers of metal and glass soared into the artificial sky, a network of tubes and wires connecting them like veins. Holographic projections flickered, displaying strange symbols and indecipherable data. This was technology beyond anything he could have imagined. But even as he marveled at the technological prowess, he couldn't ignore the decay that gnawed at its edges. Cracks snaked across the pristine surfaces. Sparks showered from malfunctioning machinery. The air hummed with an unsettling energy, a symphony of progress and decline. He saw figures moving in the distance, their bodies adorned with glowing implants, their faces etched with a mixture of fear and resignation. They moved with a robotic efficiency, their eyes devoid of emotion. What had they become in this new world? He was both fascinated and terrified by this juxtaposition of technological advancement and societal collapse. What had led to this? And where did he fit into this strange new order? He yearned for answers, but for now, survival was his only priority. Days turned into nights. He scavenged for food, avoiding the patrolling drones and the watchful eyes of the city's inhabitants. He learned to navigate the labyrinthine streets, his fear slowly giving way to a grim determination. He had to find out what had happened, how to escape this nightmare. One day, deep within the bowels of a derelict building, he stumbled upon it, a device shimmering faintly in the darkness. It was small, metallic, pulsating with an unknown energy. As he reached for it, a jolt shot through his arm and images flooded his mind. He saw a world on the brink of collapse, ravaged by climate change and war. He saw a group of scientists, their faces haggard with desperation, working on a machine they believed could rewrite the past, prevent the catastrophe. Then, he saw the consequences. A world twisted by unintended consequences. A world where humanity was enslaved by its own creation. This device, this beacon of hope, was also the architect of their despair. He looked at the device now clutched tightly in his hand. It hummed with power, a promise and a threat. Could he use it? Could he risk further damaging the fabric of reality? What if he made things worse? He felt a crushing weight settle upon his shoulders. He knew the risks, the potential for disaster. But he also saw a glimmer of hope. Perhaps this device, this instrument of destruction, could also be used for good. Perhaps he could use it to set things right, to undo the mistakes of the past. But how? How could he possibly hope to control a power that had already reshaped the world? The weight of the decision threatened to crush him, yet he knew he couldn't ignore it. The fate of humanity, however bleak, might rest on his choice. He knew he couldn't do this alone. He needed help, guidance. He thought back to the images he had seen, the faces of the scientists who had created the device. Were any of them still alive? Could he find them in this twisted dystopia? He set out, a newfound purpose driving him. He would find answers, forge alliances, face his enemies head-on. He would unravel the secrets of this world and fight for a better future, a future free from the shackles of the past. The device pulsed warmly in his hand, a constant reminder of the burden he carried. He didn't know what lay ahead, what trials he would face, but he knew one thing: he would not give up. He would survive. He would fight for a future worth living in.